Good morning. There is a movie theme in this video. Remember that movie Men in Black? The first one. There is this alien cockroach that takes over this farmer's body. Remember this? I was thinking about that movie when I was watching Jacinda Ardern. It's true. Jacinda Ardern was speaking at the United Nations General Assembly. This is a big stage. A lot of media, a lot of people watching this. And she tried to act like a sweet, nice, good lady. But it didn't work. What we saw was a monster. I can imagine you people in New Zealand watching this lady talking. And you are choking on your morning biscuits or something. It was a monster. I expected, if they had closed up on her mouth, on her lips, there would be something sticking out of her mouth. Or maybe her body would crack open and this giant cockroach would crawl out of her body. That was that bad. It was a monster. So she was talking about disinformation. And as I said, she tried to be sweet and nice and likable. It didn't work. And New York Post write about it. And I'll post a link to that article. It's a very good article in the New York Post. Right. So this is what she said. Listen to this. As leaders, we are rightly concerned that even the most light touch approaches to disinformation could be misinterpreted as being hostile to the values of free speech that we value so highly. She said, I can say with complete certainty, so she's sure about this, we cannot ignore it. To do so poses an equal threat to the norms we all value. How do you tackle climate change if people do not believe it exists? That was an example that she gave. Yeah, how do you tackle this climate change if people don't believe it? Well, that's a big problem, isn't it? She's a monster. Right. She says, we have an opportunity here to ensure that these particular weapons of war do not become an established part of warfare. And that was the headline on the New York Post article, comparing free speech to weapons of war. Terrible lady. It's a monster. She said, we have the means, we just need the collective will. So she's pushing for this. I think she did a big mistake here, because it became obvious that she's a monster. Really. People don't really want to be associated with monsters. So that was good. I liked it. Right. And I want to talk about another movie, Bros. It opened this weekend. It's a gay guy, his experiences, his life, and it involves, what I understand, a lot of sex scenes, gay sex scenes. And they spent $22 million to make the movie. And then, of course, a lot of advertising and commercials. And the movie totally bombed. That's right. Now, is this a big surprise? Now, I was wondering, you thought this was a good idea to make this movie about gay guys having sex. Well, there's a problem here, see? People like me, I think a lot of people are a bit like me actually, on this particular issue. We like to see ladies in movies. We want to see the women. We think they are attractive. You see, it's entertaining. Great movies. I mean, like a movie like Pale Rider, one of my favorite movies with Clint Eastwood. Of course, there's Clint Eastwood doing his thing, beating people up, right? But there are ladies in the movie, pretty ladies. And there is some romantic stuff going on, and we like this. Well, I do. I don't care about guys kissing each other or having sex with each other. It's not interesting to me at all. It's actually the opposite. So, not a big surprise. It didn't work. Right. That's all. Be good.